Now, when do you discard wound cards?
After you draw.
So I drop 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I discard that and draw 2 more.
Yeah. Remember that even though he has a guy, it can only soak 1.
Yep.
And the rest of the damage will continue onto him. Onto the player.
Stop trying to tell me what to do.
I'm just reminding you of the mechanics.
Or I could kick you in the nuts while you're down.
That's true, but it's whoever has the least wounds that wins.
Yeah. Mark just removed one. Mark.
Alright.
You removed one.
Yep, I'll block and I'll take 3 wounds. He is actually
1,
exiled.
2, and 3.
Yep.
That's for discarding.
So coming into your face.
And let's go. Let's see. There's not anything in play, so there's no attacks until right now.
Yep. Well, unless we chain minions off of what you do.
That's true.
So if it says something like on a target minion, but someone doesn't have a minion, does the damage then go to the person?
No.
Effective missiles.
Yeah.
Curious.
There's nothing that you can target.
Okay. Double bad smoke.
Off of yellow.
Yes.
Alright, I'll drop another bad smoke.
Alright. I will do Blaine to Death Grip to nope, not you. To Blood Rage with Kicker.
Yep.
But the Kicker doesn't matter.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. That's how it goes.
Okay.
And then to Genesis 1 to Genesis 1.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yep.
You're so lucky.
Okay, so Genesis 1 resolves, exiling wound.
Yep.
Genesis 1 exiles, wound.
Yep.
To Blood Rage, inflict 1 damage on each opponent, both you take 1.
These are not in play yet.
Okay.
So each of you take 1 wound, left to right again.
Yeah, they're both burns anyways.
Death Grip, 3 damage to you for hitting me last turn. They're not in play yet. And Blaine comes in and exiles my other wound. Wounds? What wounds?
Ugh.
And then those go away.
Okay, now we need the card.
I mean, that's always the great balance of any PvP game is.
Yep.
Whoever's in the lead gets ganged up on.
Yep.
I'm still not digging the moon system.
Oh, I love it.
I'm not so far. I just don't like it so far.
It makes the game feel less like multiplayer solitaire.
Is your problem just directly the moons, or is it that the interactivity?
The interactivity of the moons, like it, I just don't like the way it resolves. How it just like the chaining and around things. It just doesn't make. I don't know. Something about it I just hate.
Okay, that's interesting. I thought it might have been a design issue, but it's actually just scratches on the cardstock.
Huh.
So the cardstock is already scratching. Like I can see.
Right.
So if you're buying this game, buy sleeves. That's all I can say. Spend the extra $5, buy a couple hundred, or $10, buy 200 sleeves.
Problem is, even if they wanted to fix the cardstock in expansions, then it gives them a different feel and it doesn't blend.
Overpower had that problem. Where
I remember that.
There was one set where the cardstock was smooth, and then a couple sets later they went to a rough cardstock.
With mission control.
Yeah, and then they went into another cardstock later too.
Yeah.
That had to have been like 10 or 15 years ago.
That was end of grade school.
Yeah, so like 10 or 15 years ago.
Man, we're old.
Yeah, because there's too many different options in this that there's too many things that you can do, and I think that's the downfall. The kicker plus the moons, then you have to keep track. It's just way too much. The moon system is just too overbearing into it.
I think it's more just different than anything else because
it's not the difference. It's the fact it's too much. It's too much of it.
Well, the problem is until now, every single deck building game we played has been pretty much the same thing.
Yes, I agree with that.
Get money to buy the cards, to thin your deck, to like it's all every single one is the exact same system.
Yeah.
They've just added an extra little bit onto it. Resident Evil has the mansion. Ascension has completely random cards that you can buy plus the combat factor.
But there's a reason why that works.
This works too. It's actually a fairly smooth.
No, because it takes too long to think of what you want to do.
I don't think so. You're focusing on too much. You've got to basically pick a couple of moons. And
I know, but
all
that's
you
the
focus
thing.
on.
There's each moon has too many options to trigger the next moon. That has too many options to trigger. It's just way too.
One option.
No, there's not one option. There's like
Well,
15.
Two and then one.
There's 2 and the 1, and then the kicker on top of it you have to factor in.
Because what I've done is I've focused on purple hits red, red hits purple. That's it. That's all I've thought about.
Yeah, but
I thought.
yeah, but yours has the ability to do that. Problem is,
Well, you have one card that doesn't do that, right? You're blue and white.
yeah, but these also
So this-
triggers.
This, which is actually pretty awesome, triggers off your blue-white.
That will trigger off the blue-white, but to get the blue-white out, triggering off of something else, so it's
Well,
just too much.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm thinking about this wrong.
No,
You
you're
need a white moon with, a white moon with a blue kick. So this.
No, that's a red kick.
No, sorry, to kick that one.
To kick that one.
Okay.
So
But this is where I'm saying I don't like this game.
Huh.
I have to think about. There's way too much that it's slowing down my thought process. Way too much. And there's something I just don't like about that.
I mean, I'm kind of looking at right now is diversifying my moons so that I can play off of you and...
No, I know, but I just don't know. I've got too many different things in my head that I can't think of what to do.
can you choose not to chain? Or do you have to play one
You
card?
do not have to play a card, and then no one gets to chain.
Oh, interesting. I know what I'm doing.
I really have no bloody clue what to do.
That may come with experience though, because right now I've kind of grokked what I want to do, and I kind of figured, I'm not as worried about the kicker. I'm just worried about chaining. I've just, other than the couple that I've said, I've got yellow kickers off of red. Okay,
Yeah.
good. But that means now I can play that, and red kickers off of purple. Good, now I can play that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I was just worried about chaining more than kickering to start with. But I mean, this one's pretty good because it, kills.
Yeah, I really have no clue what to do.
Just start buying what you think is good.
That's the thing. If I could think of what was good, then I'd understand where to go. But I have no fucking clue at all in this game.
Well, you can't understand a game the first time you play it, but
No, but
I'd
I
say-
should be able to understand enough that I can at least make a move. Right now, I can't figure
Not
out
all the
anything
time.
to make a move. Like, I really have no clue what to do. I'm
Well,
flat out. at
what have
the
you
dead
bought?
spot.
Look at what you've bought.
I know what I've bought, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell to do. That's the thing. I've reached a point in my head. My
That's good
thought
for you.
process.
That's good for you.
There you go. Exactly. I've got too many. I've got. It's the moon
Yeah,
spinning around. I really dislike it.
But you shouldn't really be thinking too much about the moons because
No, but the moons is the main basis of everything you play. So that's the hard part. If the moon system isn't working in your head, then this game is basically me. Like, I'm officially calling this a game that I dislike so far. I really haven't found anything in this game that I like yet. This will actually go on I will veto this game until the day I die.
I will just say this is the best deck building game I've played so far.
I would say the
I
opposite.
like it even more than Dominion at this point, just because of the actual interactivity of it. Because it comes back to that root of Dominion is just it's multiplayer solitaire.
Unless you happen to get a few of the actual attack cards that
Yeah.
do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm officially lost. Like, I have no clue what to do.
I think
That's
I honestly think you're getting way too hung up on kickers and should just be worried.
No,
about
even the moons. Like, there's something about it in my head that just won't work. It's just something about this game.
You know what then? Just stop thinking about it.
buy things and see where it goes. That's what you have to do.
But I don't know which way to buy. Like, that's the thing.
Just pick something at random. Roll a die, flip a coin, just pick something.
I can't do that. That's not me. This is going to take me like 15
Find another
minutes.
item.
Yeah, buy another item.
I don't have enough to buy that.
For a scientist, you have a very
You have
close mind.
you have two base.
No, actually, it's if a thing doesn't work in my head, that is a scientist process. You have to be able to understand what you're doing. You don't just go randomly
So
and shit.
experiment.
Yeah, no, that's not the term scientist. There has to be a logical reason to experiment.
You have a logical reason. You're playing a game. The system is buy cards, see what they do.
No, that's
No, I agree with his thought process that it's not science. It's,
No, but
like doesn't work for a logical.
This is
mind.
alchemy. Let's mix things together, see what comes out.
Yeah, basically, like, this is not meant for a logical thought process.
oh yes, it is. There's a very logical thought process behind all of these.
No.
Because
There's too many subsequent sidetracks that you can get in your head with this, and that's why it breaks the logic. You have in order to create the different routes, it's just too much.
Yeah, I can see where he's getting lost, and he's trying to look at all the possible permutations and chains. Where, yes, there's,
That's the thing. Like,
Thousands.
there's too much.
Yeah, you have to really limit. You get that from complicated.
Yeah, you have to
games,
narrow
too.
your field.
You can't focus on everything. You have to focus on something.
Yeah, but in order to narrow my field, I have to see where the other routes go to be able to decide which field to narrow to.
Mm,